Hey guys, my name is Stefania. Welcome to my channel. So today I wanted to test out some new face products. So I tested out the Huda Beauty Faux Filter. I know that's not new, but I did not have it and I want to see how it works with the setting powders. I used 3 shades of the setting powders today. I used Banana Bread, Pound Cake, and then I actually used a dark shade Cinnamon Bun to contour and bronze my face. So this is the first time ever doing this with translucent powder. So you guys will see how that applies, what I think of it, and what else do I have? I have a new setting spray. So this is mostly a video just focused on the face, purely on the face. And I will leave any updates as far as longevity in the comments down below. But if you guys want to see how this stuff applied, you know, get shade ideas, all that good stuff, then just keep watching. Please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. I upload at least 3 to 4 times a week. Now with the new ring light, I can do that more. So I will be uploading much more to come. So anyways, hit that button and we will get into the video. Alright guys, so we are going to prime the face. I don't have any new primers. I don't really fall in love with any primers, to be honest. I'm just going to take this Too Faced Hangover primer. I just like that it has the little pump on the end, even though it's in a squeeze-it tube. But I don't really have any primers that I'm like super in love with. So let me know if you have any favorites that you're like, I can't live without this. But for the most part, primers just kind of make my face, you guys can see like my face is so much more red as soon as I touch it compared to not putting a primer on, to be honest. So sometimes I just use lotion and at least it doesn't make my face red. But yeah, we're gonna go in with this Huda Beauty, their Faux Filter foundation. I talked about how I ordered this once I tried out the powders because I want to see how the powders look on top of this. But I have no idea this is my shade. I went to 2 different Sephoras and they were all sold out of every single shade, which 1 makes me feel like it has to be good because it's sold out, and 2 makes me feel like I have no idea what the hell this color is going to look like on my face. So we will just try it out and see what happens and hope for the best. So we're going to do, yep, 320G is the color Tres Leches. I'm going to smell this too because I mentioned the smell of the other the powders. It's not as strong as I thought because a lot of people were like, yeah, the foundation smells the same way. And I was just kind of like, I don't like that. Like I don't like, okay, now that I'm rubbing it out, I smell it. I smell it. We will see what happens. Because I'm a little bit like, I don't like smelly stuff on my face. So we'll see if it goes away. But I did get new lighting in this week. So I'm very, very excited about that. I did get a ring light finally, so I should be able to film so much more and not worry about the weather outside. Like last week was awful. I live in Arizona, but yet like we have monsoon season and it rained. I don't actually know if we're in monsoon season. I think so. But it rained every single day last week and it was just so cloudy and gross outside that I was like, you're not gonna be able to see anything. So at least now, I'm gonna put a little bit on my ears. Apparently my ears don't get any sun, so they're never the color of the rest of my body. But yeah. So that is the concealer, this foundation. I think the color is actually really good. Ooh, I did good on this shade match. All right, it matches my body. Okay, so next I'm just gonna do like my normal face routine. I always take this Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. It's like the salmon-y shade. And I just put it really on the inner part with my fingers. But I do think it helps a lot. So it's probably one of my favorite products. We're gonna use this Urban Decay concealer. Urban Decay concealer. Any ideas? We're gonna use this Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. This is the shade C7. I'm still really in love with this. I'm so happy it's at the drugstore. I know a lot of concealers have been coming out too, and I'm just like, I have too many open ones. I don't need any more right now. That's how I feel. Why there has to be motorcyclists outside, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna pounce that into the skin. This is actually the Lily Lashes sponge. I ordered Lily Lashes and they came with this free sponge. And I actually really like it. I was a little bit more surprised that it was a good sponge. Apparently, sponges cannot be that hard, which makes me feel like, why did we pay $20 for a beauty blender when they first came out? And now you can get them at such good deals. And for the most part, I don't find any that I'm like, I hate this thing. I am gonna go into my Tarte Shape Tape. I just do one extra little dot, just for that brightness underneath, and that's it. So now it lasts me a lot longer. Next we're gonna go in this Huda Quickie Contour Stick. I had mentioned this in a previous video saying I don't use it that much, just because I feel like it could be a little bit darker, but what we are gonna try is to contour a little bit with the Huda Beauty setting powder today, so I'm not too worried that it's too light because we are gonna go over it anyway. But if you're a little bit brighter skin tone than mine, or if you like a really subtle contour, you probably will really like this stick. It is super creamy and comfortable, but it just doesn't, it's just a little bit too light for me. The Smashbox one is like my perfect shade, and I just feel like this one does not do enough. So I did go out this weekend. Surprising, I know. It doesn't happen often. And I just realized how much, like, I love the fact of getting dressed up and going out with makeup on. And then there's a certain point on the night that I'm just like, I don't care. Like, my friend was just like, oh, your eyelash, like, it's kind of coming off. And I'm just like, it's 12:30 and I've had 2 drinks. Like, I'm not gonna worry about it. I feel like there's like a little storyline about that where it's just like, you know, if you go out, especially if you're gonna go out and have some drinks, which is very rare for me, so I'm like super lightweight, but the first time you look into the mirror, like first time you go to the bathroom, you're like, oh, I look good. Everything looks good. And then you go in a second time after like your second drink and you're like, I look amazing. I did a really good job. You add in one more, like for me, this is after 2 drinks, I'm just like, I'm a mess. But I don't care. And that's how I was with eyelashes. I was like, I've had 2.5 drinks. Like, it's gonna take me an hour to put that eyelash back on. There's no way. There's no way. I don't care. Like, past midnight, I'm just like, it is what it is. I got my pictures. As long as it doesn't fly away because it was expensive, I'm good to go. So let me know if anyone else feels that way, or if you guys, because I mean, they definitely like checked and I was just like, who gives a shit? I don't. All right, so I'm gonna take banana bread on this side, and then I'm gonna take pound cake on this side because I'm still trying to decide which shade fits me better, and I really cannot tell if I like one more than the other, to be honest. And it's kind of driving me crazy because I know I'll return one and then I'll be like, or I'll exchange it for something else, and I'm gonna be like, but that shade was better. Why didn't you keep it? So I'm just trying to test them out more and more. I really do like the powder though in general. I have been using it quite a few more times since I did that first impressions video. But if you guys want to see that, I did that versus the KKW. And so that will be, I'll make sure I have it like popped up here. But yeah, I'm still trying to decide which shade is better suited for me. And then I'm gonna do that under. Oh, it went everywhere. Okay, that was nice of you. Thank you. I needed that. All right, so I'm gonna take it right where we did that contour, just a little bit. The smell of the foundation isn't bothering me at all, which I'm very happy about because that was my biggest concern, was like, if it's too strong, like YSL products, like a lot of their lips, I have a few of their lipsticks, and the reason I haven't gotten more is literally because I'm just like, I can't take it. I can't take the smell. So that was banana bread. And I would recommend if you got these to keep that little black tab in there just to keep it a little cleaner. All right, now we're gonna take the shade Pound Cake on this side. It's a little bit less yellow in the jar. So I'm still trying to decide if I like the yellow or maybe I don't need it. I don't know. Try to do the same exact amount. Okay, so for the contour shade that we are gonna try, it is Cinnabun. And you can see it's like this dark brown caramel color. This could be a very big mistake. I did see somebody else do it in their video. I'll try to remember who and mention it down below. But I did like the way that it looked. And if I could just do this on quick days where I don't feel like bronzing and contouring and all that stuff, then I will very much like it. So I'm gonna put it where you would put bronzer. Just at the top of my head. You guys can kind of see it is a really pretty shade. I just don't know if it's gonna stick that much as far as, you know, like a bronzer would. All right, so I'm just gonna dab that right where I would usually put bronzer. So hopefully you guys can see that. But what I was gonna say before is I went to the dermatologist and he was like, well, we could try little things, and I mostly went for my face, but I also went because I have little bumps. Yeah. So I have little bumps on my thighs that kind of drive me crazy. Like, it's not the biggest deal ever. It's kind of just one of those things where I wear skirts. If I wear shorts, you can definitely see them. Like, they're definitely there. But they just look like red irritated bumps. So he recommended Accutane. And at first I was just like, okay, he really emphasized that, like, one, he said, you know, it could lead to depression if you have depression and you're, you know, are you someone who gets depressed? And I was just like, I don't have any history of depression. And he's like, okay, great. And then he was just like, and you can't get pregnant. He's like, absolutely, like, no, you know, you can't get pregnant while you're on this, or your baby will have deformities, which really freaked me out. Not like I'm planning on getting pregnant, but just the thought of it kind of freaked me out. So, but yeah, for the most part, I was just like, okay, whatever. I didn't know anything about it. You know what I mean? He sounded very, like, stressful with the fact that, like, don't get pregnant and you could get depressed. But I was like, whatever. And he's like, 6 months and you should be good. So I had to take a pregnancy test while I was there. So I did do that. I did do that. And then he's like, you have to wait a month and then you have to go get blood work prior to, like, actually taking it. So it will be a month before you're allowed to actually start it. The sneeze went away. Okay. So I have a month before I can actually start taking it. And then I went home and, like, did some research, and I kind of got really, really freaked out. Like, I was just kind of like, maybe I don't want to try this at all. I keep having to sneeze. No, I'm good. No, I'm good. But yeah, my husband and I both, he's really good at that stuff where he's like, he does all the research in the world before doing anything, really. So he does that for me if I'm like, oh, well, this is what they said. And he's just like, let's do the research. And we researched and we looked at, like, there's a lot of stuff on YouTube about people's experiences with it. But it just really freaked me out. Like, I was just like, I didn't know it had this many side effects where it affects your liver. And it could, like, you have to get a blood test every single month while you're on it. So I'm like, I have to take a blood test every month for 6 months. And but just it had so many different side effects that I'm just like, maybe not. Like, I didn't think I was to the point where, like, my face was that bad to where I really, like, am that insecure about it. I do want it to clear up. Obviously, like, nobody wants acne on their face, but the whole like loss of appetite. People said it made their hair really brittle. It made their eyelashes fall out. Like, I don't know, just all that stuff really, really freaked me out. And I'm just, so I was gonna, you know, see if like any of you guys have experience taking it. What were your thoughts? What were your worst side effects? Like, would you do it again? But I mean, I definitely do have texture on my face, but I am gonna try, you did give me some retinol creams to try out. So I think I'm gonna really, really try those. I started that last week, like 4 days ago. So I'm hoping that that takes care of it, because I've never used Retin-A ever. But I think if that works, I think I'm just gonna stick with that and not go through the Accutane thing. So let me know if you guys have ever tried that, but I'm a little bit like, I'm too scared. Like, I'm just like, that's a lot of side effects to just like brush off as nothing. I don't know. I don't think my acne has gotten that bad to where I'm that desperate yet. So I'm really like, let's really hope the Retin-A works, because I don't want to destroy my face and stuff more. A lot of people are like, it did cause my face to break out more in the beginning, but then it also caused scarring when I didn't have scarring before, but it did get rid of my acne, but now I'm left with these scars. It's just, yeah, I just get really freaked out about stuff like that, and I'm just like, I don't know if I need it that bad. This is my personal opinion, but I'm just undecided at this point. So I'm gonna wipe away the bake up top. I'm still gonna leave the bronzer shade on for a few more minutes. It says leave on to 3 to 5 minutes. So I'm trying to give it a little bit more of a chance to see if I like it. Or if it was just a horrible idea that just to see if it was a horrible idea. But yeah, as far as the lemonade palette goes, I did want to say I did get an email this morning. They're going to send me a new one, I think next week. Everyone that ordered the first time around is getting a new one next week. So I will do an updated review on that, and we'll see if it's better. But I have been using the mattes. I just haven't used any of the shimmers, like, very much at all. So I definitely haven't dipped into any of the pink shimmer shades. I've really just dipped into these two and chai tea and lemon soda. So just kind of this little quadrant on that side, and that's it. As far as the difference of colors, it's like when I look in the monitor, I'm like, I don't know if I notice a difference. I don't know why I'm being so weird about trying to pick a color. I think we look at, like, gosh, my nose is running like crazy. You know, you look at like Kim Kardashian, you look at a lot of people and you're like, oh, the highlighted under eye, you want the lighter color. To be honest, I don't know if I really tell a difference at all. I think it's in my head and I'm going crazy. So let's wipe away the top. And I'm just gonna do a light dusting. Like it's a powder, it's not a bronzer, so I'm not gonna like try to blend it out like crazy, but it does give a nice little color that a bronzer would. So let's dust away that. Okay, so that is what it looks like dusted off, and I feel like it leaves such a nice, almost more precise contour, and I think I do like it. It's a little weird. I've never tried a setting powder as a bronzer or a contour shade, but I think I just really like the color of it. I like how easy that was, and I didn't have to like, and then like have a helmet head, which happens to me sometimes. It just does, it just happens. So I do actually think I like it, but let me know your guys' opinion as to what you guys think. Have you guys ever tried a setting powder as a bronzer before? We'll see longevity wise how it works. We're gonna go ahead and add some blush. I'm gonna add this Flower Child blush from Becca. It's just a really pretty like pink, and her blushes are so pigmented, so I literally just like one tap, two taps. Here we go. feel like being more intense today. So we're gonna grab this Fiji one instead. This is Kylie's Fiji loose powder. And I really just grab whatever's in the cap. And yeah. That is the highlighter that I'm like, will do the job. Last, as far as the last product I have for face products is this Caudalie spray. I talked about this in my little tiny mini checkout line from Hell at Sephora, and I still haven't found the directions on this, but I've used it just to kind of refresh my face, but I'm gonna use it right now and hopefully just give my face some hydration, because we did use all those powders. I don't want my face to look powdery. It does smell like peppermint. It smells so good. I really like that smell. I'm gonna zoom you guys out and then we are gonna talk about these products. All right guys, so this is the final look. I actually really liked almost everything I tried. Obviously the foundation is going to be something that I need to test out more and see how it wears throughout the day, but upon like first impressions, my face is definitely full coverage. I don't see any like pimples or redness like going through, so I really like that. Hopefully this is going to be like a, I can't say the word holy grail. That drives me insane because like that's not a word you would ever use, and somehow it's like in every YouTube video, which I'm like, I've never spoken like that in my life. So I hope it becomes a favorite. I have not found a foundation that I am in love with. I think the shade range is pretty similar as far as what I like on my skin tone, so I think I chose correctly. And as far as, I wanted to try both of the powders for the under eyes, just so that it helps you guys out decide what shade you use if you're a similar skin tone to me. So I think I like the banana bread side better, which is a little bit more yellow tone than the brighter one. But in my head I'm always like, but you should like the brighter one better because it's gonna brighten up your eyes. But I honestly feel like they both did. And then as far as using the powder to contour and bronze, I really like the way it turned out. I think you could obviously layer on a little bit more than I did, but I just wanted to not mess it up so that I could leave the house. But as far as the Huda Beauty powders in general go, I've been testing this out for a week now and I like it more and more. So I am very happy with that. Yes, her products do smell, the foundation smells, the setting powder smells, it smells like a florally type scent, but it goes away as soon as it's on your face. And it didn't give me a headache or make me feel like, oh my gosh, there's no way I could keep using this. So we will see if it does anything weird to my face. But yes, at least the smell goes away. The Caudalie spray, I haven't been using very often, but it does give your face just a nice, like, refreshing. I like the smell more than anything. I'll just be honest. It just smells refreshing. So that is kind of my review of the face products. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know some of your favorite products. Like I said, recommend me a primer that you guys can't put down. And let me know what you guys thought of setting, not setting, but you know, the bronzer thing on my face. And like I said, the shade I used was Cinnamon Bun for that. And I will catch you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.
Oh, powders make me itch like crazy.